Mary, the first Queen of England, remains a figure shrouded in controversy. Born in 1516, she was the daughter of King Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. Mary's early life was marked by her father's relentless pursuit of a male heir. Henry's desire for a son led him to annul his marriage to Catherine, a decision that deeply affected young Mary. She was declared illegitimate and separated from her mother. This traumatic experience left an indelible mark on Mary's character, shaping her into a woman of unwavering faith and determination. Despite the hardships she faced, Mary displayed remarkable resilience. She refused to acknowledge the annulment and remained devoted to her mother and the Catholic faith. This unwavering loyalty would become a defining characteristic of her reign. As Mary grew older, her claim to the throne remained a point of contention, further fueling the political and religious turmoil that engulfed England during the Tudor era. Henry VIII's break from Rome and the establishment of the Church of England created a dangerous environment for Mary. She became a symbol of resistance against her father's religious reforms. Despite the risks, Mary refused to renounce her Catholic faith. Even when pressured to do so, this defiance led to years of uncertainty and fear. She was isolated from court and treated as an outcast by her own family. The succession crisis deepened after Henry VIII's death. Edward VI, Mary's half-brother, ascended the throne as a staunch Protestant. During his reign, Protestant doctrines were further enforced, pushing England further away from Rome. Mary, as a devout Catholic, posed a significant threat to this newfound religious order. She became a target of suspicion and intrigue, her every move watched by those who sought to prevent her from claiming her rightful place on the throne. Upon Edward's death in 1553, Lady Jane Grey was proclaimed Queen, an attempt to keep the throne from Catholic hands. However, Mary's unwavering support from the English people led to a swift and decisive victory. In 1553, she was crowned Queen of England, marking a pivotal moment in English history. After years of exile and uncertainty, Mary finally ascended to the throne, a testament to her unwavering spirit. However, her triumph was short-lived. Mary's reign, lasting only 5 years, was marked by challenges and unrest. England was deeply divided along religious lines, and Mary's fervent desire to restore Catholicism was met with resistance. Her efforts to undo the religious changes of her father and brother ignited tensions that would have far-reaching consequences. Despite her best intentions, Mary's reign became synonymous with religious persecution, casting a dark shadow over her legacy. Mary's unwavering faith was the driving force behind her policies. She viewed herself as a righteous instrument of God, chosen to guide England back to the Catholic Church. Her first act as Queen was to repeal the religious laws enacted under Henry VIII and Edward VI. This move aimed to reverse the Reformation and re-establish England as a Catholic nation. She reinstated the Catholic Mass and restored the authority of the Pope, actions that were met with mixed reactions from her subjects. Mary's efforts to restore Catholicism, however sincere, were met with resistance. The religious landscape of England had changed significantly during the reigns of her father and brother. Many had embraced Protestantism, and Mary's attempts to impose her religious beliefs were seen as a threat to the newfound religious freedom. This resistance fueled religious tensions, creating an atmosphere of fear and suspicion. Section 5. The Spanish Alliance, a controversial union. In an attempt to strengthen her position and secure Catholic support, Mary made the controversial decision to marry Philip of Spain. This union, while strategically sound, proved deeply unpopular with the English people. Philip, a powerful Catholic monarch, was seen as a foreign interloper. Many feared that the marriage would subordinate England to Spanish interests, fueling resentment and opposition. The marriage was met with rebellion, most notably Wyatt's rebellion in 1554. Although the uprising was quickly suppressed, it highlighted the fragility of Mary's reign and the deep-seated opposition to her rule. The Spanish alliance, intended to strengthen Mary's position, instead served to further isolate her from her people. Section 6. The Fires of Discord, the Shadow of Persecution. Mary's reign is perhaps best known for the religious persecutions that took place under her rule. In an effort to eradicate Protestantism, Mary revived heresy laws, leading to the burning of over 280 Protestant dissenters. These executions, carried out with unwavering conviction, earned Mary the infamous title of Bloody Mary. The image of Protestants burned at the stake for their beliefs became a powerful symbol of religious intolerance. While the number of executions pales in comparison to those carried out during her father's reign or the religious wars that ravaged Europe, the brutality of the burnings left an indelible mark on the English psyche. The Marian persecutions instilled fear and resentment towards Catholicism, solidifying England's identity as a Protestant nation. Section 7, Beyond the Flames, Mary's enduring legacy. Despite the turmoil that defined her reign, Mary's legacy extends beyond the shadow of the Marian persecutions. She was a woman of deep faith and conviction, fiercely devoted to her duty and her God. Her reign saw significant administrative and economic reforms. She strengthened the navy, improved trade, and attempted to stabilize the English currency. These achievements, often overshadowed by the religious conflicts of her reign, demonstrate her commitment to the well-being of her realm. Mary also played a crucial role in shaping the English identity. Her unwavering Catholicism and the subsequent backlash against it helped to solidify England's break from Rome. The religious tensions of her reign paved the way for the Elizabethan religious settlement, which established a more moderate form of Protestantism that would come to define English religious life for centuries. Section 8, A Monarch Misunderstood, Reevaluating Bloody Mary. The image of Bloody Mary has persisted for centuries, cementing her place in history as a cruel and intolerant monarch. However, modern historians have begun to reevaluate her reign, offering a more nuanced perspective on her actions. Mary inherited a kingdom deeply divided by religion, and her attempts to restore Catholicism were met with fierce resistance. While the brutality of the Marian persecutions cannot be denied, it is important to consider the context in which they occurred. Religious persecution was commonplace in 16th century Europe, and Mary's actions were not unusual for a ruler of her time. Her reign, though short and turbulent, serves as a reminder of the complexities of history and the dangers of judging the past solely by modern standards. Section 9, Echoes in Time, Mary's impact on England's future. Mary's reign, though brief, had a profound impact on the course of English history. Her unwavering Catholicism and the subsequent backlash against it solidified England's break from Rome, paving the way for the Elizabethan religious settlement. The religious tensions of her reign also highlighted the importance of tolerance and religious freedom, principles that would eventually become central to English identity. Moreover, Mary's reign serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of religious extremism and the importance of finding common ground in the face of religious differences. Her story continues to resonate with modern audiences, prompting reflection on the nature of power, faith, and the enduring legacy of the past. Section 10, Conclusion, A Legacy of Faith and Resilience. Mary III's reign was a tumultuous period in English history, marked by religious strife, political intrigue, and personal tragedy. Despite her best intentions, her efforts to restore Catholicism were met with resistance, leading to persecution and bloodshed. However, Mary's legacy extends beyond the shadow of the Marian persecutions. She was a woman of deep faith and conviction, fiercely devoted to her duty and her God. Her reign, though brief, had a profound impact on the course of English history, shaping the religious and political landscape of the nation. While the image of Bloody Mary continues to linger in popular imagination, a more nuanced understanding of her reign reveals a complex and tragic figure. Mary IIII was a product of her time, shaped by the religious and political turmoil of the Tudor era. Her story serves as a reminder of the complexities of history and the dangers of judging the past solely by modern standards.